Hey guys, welcome back. So I'm priming my skin with my Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer Smoothing Primer. And then I'm taking my Bourjois Healthy Mix Foundation and my Maybelline Age-Rewind Concealer and mixing these two together to give me a pale looking skin. I didn't want the skin to be looking too white, so I'm mixing these two together. And then I'm using my Wonder Blender to dab all the foundation onto my skin really nicely. I haven't been using my Real Techniques beauty sponge for quite some time now, so I'm really liking this beauty sponge. And I'm dabbing the foundation onto my skin as well as all the way down to my neck so that everything blends really nicely. And then I'm taking the same concealer that I use onto my eyes to prep my eyes as well before we set the lids with the same eyeshadow that I always use for all my tutorials. And then I'm using my bronzer as the transition shade. I will never ever skip the step. And then I'm taking these two shades from LA Colors Matte Eyeshadow, and I'll be warming up the eyes even more, and I'll be focusing it mainly on the outer part of the eye, my under eye, as well as the inner part of the brows, and as well as down to the bridge of my nose. I didn't even bother to conceal my under eyes because for this kind of look, you just want to let your bags like be free. Okay, just let it be free, and let's all just look as sick as possible. And you don't even need to be so precise with this look. You can really be as messy as you want and blend that shit for as long as you want. And then I'm taking these three shades from the Prism palette by Coastal Sands, and again I'm focusing the shades on the outer part of the eye, my under eye, the inner part of the brows, as well as down to the bridge of my nose. And yeah, we will be using all these shades quite often on this tutorial. And then I'm taking this Metallix eyeshadow from Australis. It's called Gold Gaga. Before I'm setting it on top with Saturn, and then I didn't like it, and then I switched it up with Sun to give more of like a pinkish shade. And then I'm taking this black matte shadow by Decay, and again I'm focusing it on the outer part of the eye, the inner part of the brows, as well as a little bit on the bridge of the nose, and also on my under eye as well. And then I'm taking a little bit of my liquid liner to line my eyes before I'm putting my falsies, which I forgot to apply mascara, so that's what I'm doing right now. And also the lashes that I'm using is by Cara Eyelashes. It's in the model 138. And then I'm taking the same black matte shadow to smoke out my under eyes even more. And here I am playing with my little niece, which decides to just come and play with me while I'm doing this crazy ass makeup. And then I'm just filling in my brows ever so slightly. I'm not doing like my full-on brow today for this look. I just wanted to fill in a little bit so that I don't look bald, as you can see. And then I'm taking whatever that's left onto my brush to blend out my under eye and like really shadowing it and make my under eyes look really hollow. And then I'm taking this duo eyelash adhesive and I'm making my own wound right now, and I'll be putting it onto my forehead, onto my cheeks. And what I'm doing now is that I'm doing it really messily here and there because I find that once it dries out, it gives like a really weird texture. So I'm just taking a tissue and I'm just placing it over, and then exactly just like paper mache, I'll be placing the glue again on top so that once it dries out, you can put you can just apply your foundation to blend everything out again. And yeah, and here is another wound that I found at Daiso, and it's $2, and I just want to show you guys how it looks like. I initially just wanted to use this one, but I find that it looked really fake, so I decided to do the wound myself and also show you guys how I use this wound. It came with a double-sided tape, so you just basically take out the tape and just place the wound wherever you want. And yeah, But honestly, I just feel like it looked really faked, so honestly I'd rather make the wound myself. And then I'm hollowing out my cheekbone, and then I realized that the brush was too big, so I'm using the same brush that I was using onto my eyes, onto my cheeks to really cut the cheeks and hollow it out. And then again, very similar to the skull look, I'll be hollowing out my temples and my forehead and a little bit onto my chin as well as on my nose and side of my mouth, so that we look really dead and hollow and just really sick basically. And the shades that I'm using is basically what I was using onto my eyes, which is the dark matte shadow, the purple, and a little bit of the red. Then here I am shadowing the under eye to like hollow the eyes out a little bit more. And you can really take your time and blend this out as well if you want. Basically just going back and forth using the same brush. I didn't add any more shadow unless I needed to. Then I add a little bit more of the red and the purple to give me a little bit of more of a sick look, so that was what I was doing. And then also don't forget your wound as well. You have to go over your wound so that it looks like it's your skin. So I just use whatever that is left from my brush onto the wound as well. So yeah, I'll be ripping off a little bit of the tissue that it looks like your skin is being ripped off. And then I'll be taking my matte black eyeshadow and just filling in the space so that it looks like your skin has a hole in it basically, before we put on fake blood on it. And then I'm just placing foundation again onto my neck around that same wound, because I feel like it didn't really like blend into my skin. Obviously, I mean, you can tell that it looks really fake compared to the wound that I just made. So I just wanted to show you guys the difference between the two. It's totally up to you, but I just want to give you guys a little option. But if you have the time, do make the wound yourself, because honestly it looks really bomb and it looks really real. But if you do not have the time, you can go out and get the wound from Daiso if you like to. Then I'm taking Colourpop Ultra Matte Lip in Stingray, and I'm just placing it onto my lips because it somewhat like matches everything. I'm taking this fake blood, but before that, let's put a little bit of highlight, because girl, we gotta be glammed up even if we are gonna be a zombie. So I'm just placing the fake blood onto the wounds, a bit onto my forehead and a little bit under my eyes. That is the completed look. I'll leave everything that I use in the description box so you guys can check it out. Give this video a thumbs up if you guys like it, subscribe if you haven't. That is all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!